Hello and welcome back to Square Enix Presents at E3 2018 for our segment on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. My name is Joshua, I'm with the Community and Service team at Square Enix America, and to my right...
Hi again, this is Eric So from the Square Enix online marketing team.
And we have two special guests with us today, right over here.
Hello.
Hey, you might see some familiar faces here.
We were all prepared.
Yeah, we are prepared.
There we go.
So who are you?
I am Mr. Happy, and I love playing Final Fantasy games. So,
For example, we know you from Final Fantasy 14, you played some 11 recently. Yeah. From everywhere.
And Dissidia Opera Omnia.
And Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia.
All at the same time.
All at the same time.
Actually, not untrue.
Not untrue. Partially true. And then over here.
Hello guys, I go by Live in Ichigo and I'm a mobile game content creator. So that includes vast amounts of different mobile games, including Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia.
Yes, very good. So as you know, that is a very long title, and we're going to start with the title actually. So Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Now the Dissidia series, you might know from the fighting games for PSP, but for Opera Omnia is actually Latin for, do you guys remember? Remember I told you guys? No? Do you remember? It's basically the complete works. So like the Dissidia series, you know, we have characters from all the different Final Fantasy games fighting it out. But with Opera Omnia, it's a little different because it's a turn-based RPG, as you saw in the title card when we started. So I think with that, we're just going to go straight into gameplay and show what Opera Omnia is about.
Yeah, since this is the first time Opera Omnia is actually being showed at E3, we figured, and also I wanted to point out that we brought Mr. Happy here and Living Ichigo because they've been hardcore going at this game, whereas I kind of represent the beginner. So we're here just to give you a quick walkthrough of what this game is all about, and then we're actually going to multiplayer to show some more of the advanced content for the game.
Right, so first we're just going to show off the basic gameplay of the Dissidia series because the interesting mechanics of Dissidia, like compared to other Final Fantasy turn-based games, you just damage the HP or you inflict status effects or whatever. So what makes Dissidia different?
Well, one of the big things with the entire Dissidia franchise is you usually have to build up a value called bravery,
right?
And then you have to execute it with an HP attack, and that's done in this game in a turn-based format, which was pretty fresh. I loved it. That's what drew me to it in the first place.
And I know that you've played the Dissidia series before.
Yes.
Have you played the series before?
I played the PSP games like crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in the day.
And so with those, again, as Mr. Happy said, you sort of build up bravery, or as I say, you're charging up your lasers and you're firing your lasers.
Yep.
So all these numbers you don't need to worry about right now, but like a standard RPG, if you do a standard attack, HP attack, it's not dependent on your character's attack, it's just the number down here, this 943 that clouds up right now. So if I do an HP attack, he's just going to do straight 943 damage, like so. And with Terra, she's going to deal 1068, and that'll actually kill this goblin if we so choose. But we're going to show off the bravery attack, the sort of signature move in the Dissidia series. So when I attack this one, you see this number up here, 469, that's his bravery value. And then when I do bravery attack, watch this number down here, the 1068, it's going to go up to 2628. We're actually really overpowered for this quest. This is a really early quest. And we reduced the goblin's bravery to 0. We basically stole it. So it's kind of
broke them.
I broke them. Yeah. So it's like a tug of war. Like I take their power and then I use it against them.
And they can take yours back.
Yeah. And they can take mine back. And so let's see, are any of them targeting Squall? Yeah, so we're actually gonna see that in action here. Because when you fire your laser, that's what I'm saying.
You just got broken.
Exactly, I got broken. So I used up all my bravery points, so now I'm left with 0. And if they damage me, they can't take anyway, because there's 0, right? Yeah. Instead, it breaks me, and then they just get a bonus, so it raised both of their bravery points.
It also pushes your turn back, so you have to be really careful about when you make yourself open to attack.
Exactly, that's kind of a pro tip here. Because if I break this C here, like in turn-based combat, I like likening this to Final Fantasy X. Because Final Fantasy X had the same layout, you can see who's up next. So right here we have Squall next and Terra next, and just to quiz you, Eric, to make sure you're paying attention. So when I break C, what's going to happen?
When you break C, wait, let's see. Sorry, I was looking at Twitch chat. When you break C, then C is going to move down the row to after Squall.
Excuse me?
Correct?
Who's that?
Oh, Cloud. Oh, he's going to move back now.
Exactly. So Cloud's actually going to get to move before Cloud.
Yes.
So there is some strategy involved, and you can take your time. It's not the quick time.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this game, because like when you try to just nonchalantly play it, you end up like learning ton of mechanics, and that's kind of how I like really started to appreciate the game even more.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so we're just gonna kind of go through this real quickly to get through the boss, and also show off the next thing, which is summons. Or actually, so those attacks we've been using, the standard bravery attacks and the HP attacks.
Yeah.
And next we've got Cloud's signature finishing touch, and
That
also
can only
the
be
cross
used
slash.
once during this battle.
Exactly. So let's see if I can fiddle with the turn order here to get finishing touch to actually do what I want it to do.
I know what you wanted to.
I
Why
know.
Why don't you save that for the boss?
That's true. We're going to do
very
that.
true.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to go straight to the boss. I believe this is a 2-wave battle. So there's waves. Sometimes there's only 1 wave. Sometimes there's like 5 waves.
Yeah. So those numbers for those abilities are for the entire wave, not just for the one battle.
Exactly.
You gotta be careful with that.
You want to
Exactly.
use them wisely.
Right,
Yeah,
so we
but
can only
also
use
run
finishing
out.
touch 1 time. So, what does finishing touch do, guys?
It is,
wonder.
it is going to do some bravery damage multiple times, and
Yes.
then it is going to do a launch.
And launch, exactly. And so
Very
we're going to see
good
that it
launch.
happens very quickly.
Yeah.
So when you launch, you're actually going to get an extra attack on his, like, the teammate's abilities.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch this. This is sort of a callback to the Dissidia games on the PSP. So now they get an extra turn, basically. So I'm going to just HP attack. And it also magnifies the damage you do, so you want to kind of space out, because you can only use finishing touch 1 time in a turn, so you have to think about when you want to use it.
Yep.
Make it count.
Like, you know, when you're about to kill him instead of at the beginning.
Well,
But we're showing you guys like noob tactics. That's how I would
So,
normally
right.
play.
all right, and then the third, or actually we'll show off the character's different special command abilities. So with Terra, if you play Final Fantasy VI, whenever they choose magic, you see them like chant.
Yes.
And like before they actually cast the spell, they have to chant. So with her 2 skills, Meltdown and Meteor, we'll just do Meteor.
That's a better one.
So she charges up, and on her next turn, she'll actually be able to use Meteor attack, the special skill.
Yeah.
And then for Squall, he's got, and you can actually see if it's a bravery attack and HP attack. So we've got Solid Barrel and Renzoken.
It's also worth mentioning that you might be wondering why the skills are set different colors. When the skill is enhanced, it'll actually show as a different color.
Exactly, and there's different ways, like by equipping different weapons, it'll power them up, or in the case of like Terra, it'll change her HP attack to red, we'll see on the next turn.
Yes.
So with Renzoken, that's actually bravery attacks and HP attacks, and that shouldn't kill it, so we're just gonna do it.
A little afraid there.
I know, I just want to make sure we don't end it too quickly. And so yeah, now we see that we're going to use Meteor on the next turn.
Yeah.
But before that, I'm going to use summons. So you can use, I don't know if you're noticing in the bottom right corner, as I was dealing attacks, as I was getting attacks, it built up the meter to summon. And so when I summon, we're going to do Sylph here.
You get extra turns out of it too.
Exactly, you get extra turns out of it. So you see here, you got 5 turns of summons. The boss is not going to act at all during those turns. No.
And you get the bravery boost.
Exactly, and you get the bravery boost. Each summon functions a little differently.
Yeah.
So with Sylph, I think I saw 700. It depends on the level of my summon. And also recovers HP, but it doesn't matter because we were full HP anyway. But like summons like Ifrit will power up your attacks. Also, before you even summon them, if you fulfill certain conditions, the summons will affect your stats in different ways.
Yeah, for example, with the Sylph, it'll make you more resistant to debuffs that the
Exactly.
enemies may actually inflict on you.
There we go. Lowers debuff odds by 20% at Int Brave, Initial Brave.
Another pro tip, if you're ever wondering what anything does, just hold it on the screen.
Exactly.
true.
Yeah. So you can
Yep.
see everything that they do. You don't have to guess or like go to a wiki or anything. Everything's just shown right here. Okay, so we're just gonna show off Meteor.
So on a scale of 1 to 10 for how leveled up your units are. 10.
1 to 10.
I think I only have one character that's not all the way leveled up, and it's just a recent one that I
Yeah.
haven't taken the time to do yet. Otherwise, let's just say that we don't want to go through.
Yeah, we don't
want
wanna go through all the
What about the ones that we're showing right now against Behemoth?
What do you have?
Yeah.
Cloud, Terra, and Squall.
They're pretty much maxed up, right?
Yeah.
On my account,
Yeah.
yeah, they're all
Yeah.
level 50.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think they all have their best weapons. I don't know if I can see their weapons on. No, I can't see their weapons.
So you have Cloud's NT.
Yeah, so let's see. I've got Cloud's NT jumping.
the special
Speaking
one.
of which, follow our Twitter and you can find out ways to get it for free.
It's a good weapon.
Still have, yeah. Terra just has her other weapon. Anyway, back to gameplay. So Squall, you can do Solid Barrel, just a bravery attack, build up his brave. And you're noticing that I'm doing critical bravery damage, and that's because it's broken. So I'm actually getting more bravery back than what I would normally get.
And be careful, because when you're broken, they get more back too.
Exactly. But it builds my summon gauge fast.
That is true.
That is gauge. Okay, and then we're just going to use Cross Slash. So Cross Slash, what it does is bravery and HP, but it also has a low chance of paralysis. So again, certain bosses that you just It's also good to use during summons because you'll have more chances
You got
to do
him.
it. And I got it on the first try. My RNG luck is fantastic. And then I showed Meteor, so I'm just going to show Meltdown now. This one's just straight up HP damage. I don't know why I did it so low on my Bravey, but I just wanted to show it off.
You said you didn't want to kill the boss too fast.
I didn't want to kill the boss too fast, so I'm killing it with 0. No, all right, and then we can just finish this off, exactly. He's paralyzed anyway, but
Yeah, so he's going to miss a turn now, too.
In there.
The abilities will come back on the next fight. You don't
Exactly.
need to worry about it. Between waves, yeah, but
Right.
fights, you don't got to
Yeah, so that's the basic mechanics of gameplay. And again, each character functions differently, they all have.
There's one other thing before we kill the boss. Right next to the summon gauge, you'll
right.
also notice you have an assist gauge.
Exactly. And so right now, you see we're currently Cloud, Terra, and Squall, but you know what's better than one Cloud?
Two clouds.
So we're just going to bring in a friend's Cloud, and he's actually a lot better off than my Cloud. You see like the aura that he has right now?
Yep.
That means he actually has better equipment than me right now. And I forget, so, no, he has the NT sword, but he might have the passives from his other weapons. I can't see it though.
Yeah.
Probably just has a
he's better
He's
than
just better.
That's
He's
all
just
that
better than me, yeah. And so I just get to use him for
That's a
turns.
lot better.
That's a lot better. Right. And then,
Congratulations.
yes, thank you.
You did it.
Yay. And next thing, we're just going to show off some characters that are in the game. So after this fight, and there's objectives for the different quests you can do. Another thing you'll notice for that for these quests, actually when we go back to the map, there's no stamina system for the main storyline.
That's very
you can
important
just-
to point that out.
That was a big thing, because when I saw that,
Just
I was
letting
like,
them
when
know.
is it going to stop me?
Right.
Oh, it does.
Whenever you want to stop.
Yeah. Like for the main storyline, and also for unlocking characters. For one, all characters in the game you can get completely for free.
Yeah.
Just by progressing through stories or limited time events, and they're all
That's
like,
the main draw to this game.
Exactly.
I really like
And they're
it.
not locked behind like really difficult content you have to shell out money to play. You can get all the characters, and we're going to take a look at those characters right now.
You got all of them, right?
I know, right? And now people are going to judge me for my low-level characters.
No, that's nice. They're gold. That's nice.
Yeah.
So how many characters do we have so far?
Is it 46?
Come on,
No.
3, 6, 9.
There we go, 46. It's right there, 46. No, but I haven't unlocked Lightning or Papalimo
There you go.
yet.
That's
Oh,
why
you
I
didn't
asked
finish
it.
So we
Chapter
recently,
eight?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I
Oh.
haven't. So we recently got 3 new characters, a new chapter, and they introduced
Yeah.
Cyan from Final Fantasy VI, Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII, and Papalimo from Final Fantasy XIV. I have not unlocked Lightning or Papalimo yet, but we're going to look at the other ones. So it's 48 then.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have hand crit either.
Uh-oh.
49. I'm slacking.
Yeah, before
so
the event goes away.
we're sorting by series. Is it reversed? I think it's reversed.
I always sort by power. I always want the strongest ones at the
Good.
top.
So down here, we're just starting from Final Fantasy 1. We've got Warrior of Light, Farian, Onion Knight, and just going through the whole roster. And also, if you've played the fighting games, like we've had Warrior of Light, Farian, and Onion Knight,
Yeah.
but characters like Yang, never seen before in the Dissidia series. We've got Edge, we've got Kryl, or Creel? Kryl? Yeah. Ferris, Galoof, just ton of characters, and I especially like it because Final Fantasy VI gets a lot of love in this. We've already got 5 characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ton of characters already.
Yeah, 5 for
That's
Final
it.
Fantasy VI. I think 6 and 13 have the most characters right now, with Lightning just added.
I never really stop and count, but I think you might be right.
Yeah.
So out of all these characters, who are your favorites and why?
So far.
That's tough. I'm a big fan of Prish. She's not really super high tier, but she's been really good in a lot of the multiplayer events.
Yeah.
And she can cover a lot of elemental weaknesses with her combo attacks.
Yeah.
Go with Prish.
My favorite Squall, just because I love Final Fantasy VIII so much, and he's really good in the game too.
He happens to be really good in the game, yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, unlike me and like Sabine, he's
Just a warrior of light over
and, and also Warrior of Light, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
I'm more known for the Warrior of Light. Warrior of Light's more like a tank right now.
Yeah.
And I've built him up quite a bit. I just like playing
See, now
tanks.
that's good gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Glowing
show you
purple.
examples. So that one has all of his top tier gear maxed out.
Yeah, and then we look at someone like Crowley's just nothing yet. So yeah, that's what we currently have right now. And you'll notice so far we've mostly been adding heroes, but you'll see right here we've got Seymour.
Dun, dun, dun.
who was recently added, and we're going to be getting more villains in the future. For example, and in the story you'll encounter other villains. Like who we've encountered so far? We've encountered Kafka, Sephiroth, Cypher,
Or, yeah. There's quite a few, but
Cloud of Darkness,
Oh,
yeah.
Cloud of Darkness.
Cloud of Darkness is
Yeah.
very
Garland from Final Fantasy 1.
Yes.
Yeah. So a bunch of different villains that are just eventually going to be added to the game, and that's really awesome. And you also, there's cutscenes in the game where you see interactions between the two. We're not going to see one with the villain, but we're just going to jump over here. to the world map. And we're going to go over here. This is my favorite cutscene and a lot of people's favorite cutscene. This is around when we get Yang, Terra, and Penelo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuzzy memories.
Oh, I remember this one.
So you were saying I had fuzzy memories of this.
You had fuzzy memories until
It's been a while since I've seen this one.
Right, and so you just see all these characters interacting, and here, I think this is just after they rescued Terra. And
Yeah.
so they're kind of explaining to her why they're in this world. Because Terra came in here with like no memory of why she's in this world with all these unfamiliar faces.
Sounds like a familiar story.
It's happened a few times.
Yeah.
So they're talking about these torsions. That's sort of the plot. There are monsters pouring out of these portals that appear in the world. And they spread corruption.
It's a little more complex, but that's...
Yeah. And this is pretty early on in the story before you start questioning certain characters like this fuzzy little guy over here.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good thing I already don't like Moogles, because I don't trust any of them.
Was it 14, Heaven's Word, that scarred you? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 13-2 didn't help either.
Baskets. All right, so they're just sort of explaining. And we're looking up on a cutscene here. And like Terra in 6, she's like sort of not sure of herself, of her power, and like she's afraid of hurting people in here and doesn't want to like do too much that would possibly harm others, because that's what she was doing in the beginning of Final Fantasy VI, just harming others. So we're just going to jump to my favorite scene. So she's still blaming herself.
Sorry if it's going too fast to read.
I know,
We
sorry.
should have had you guys do the
Voice acting,
Voice
yeah.
acting.
Do you guys want to start voice acting? No, leaving Ichigo once.
The only one
do that on
I
my
can really
streams.
do is Kefka, and it just ends up sounding like discount Mark Hamill. Because
but
from the NT, which this came out the same time as NT
Yeah.
did, I remember just hearing the taunt for Kefka. He's like, "Oh, forgive me, pretty please," and it sounds more like discount Mark Hamill.
That was
than
really
it
good.
does.
that's pretty good.
That was really good,
That's
though.
still pretty good.
Yeah.
You can be Kefka disguising himself as Bards.
There you go.
But Mog's gonna cheer her up. Don't worry. Past is in the past. You're our friend.
Don't trust it, ever.
Don't.
But look, it's cute.
It's so cute.
She seems to be enjoying it more than the Moogle is.
The Moogle's blushing.
He's always blushing. He's only got one look.
Blushing
Fall
more.
for you. Anyway.
Oh, you.
Oh, you. Okay. So again, there's just various interactions. We'll see like the airship. I like that scene. The airship pilots. So we've got Setzer, Saz. Who else? Hope. I'm missing someone. There's like a scene where all the airship pilots from all that Final Fantasy come together, and they're like, "Oh, you have an airship."
That was during one of the character unlocks.
It was
so
it was
I
Setzer.
think it had to be Setzer.
It was Setzer, yeah. And you just see all of them interact with each other.
And
great.
Vaughn.
Exactly. So,
yes.
the next
sitting on everyone.
Right. So that's a basic overview of Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera
Yeah.
Omnia, how it plays, and there's a story system, as well as just quests and missions and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
But-
no stamina.
And no
for the
stamina,
story
exactly.
missions.
And now the most fun that I personally enjoy a lot is the co-op. So we're gonna set up right now. So we're gonna jump over to get some co-op in. And I'm just gonna recap, because right now we have a challenge to our viewers where we're gonna be doing this co-op quest right here. I'm gonna pull it up just in case we need a reminder of which quest we're doing. Yep. So when we do co-op, it's like unlike the normal Dissidia series where it's player versus player, because Opera Omnia is PvE. Instead, it's just going to be 3 players partying against each other against the boss.
Yeah, you each get one character, you each get your own summon and
That's
your own
important.
summon gauge.
Real-time PvP, too.
PvE.
PvE, sorry.
Real-time
Not
rage,
PvP,
too.
sorry.
The monsters are not people. We can't. We don't.
I mean, maybe.
When are you
maybe
going to
one day.
implement that?
Maybe one day.
Maybe. Maybe not. So with, again, this co-op challenge, we're doing this quest down here, an unwelcome return. It's quest level 60. The challenge to our players is we want to see as many Final Fantasy VI characters as possible.
So bring all the terrorists.
I got
Exactly.
Terra and Setzer ready. Those are my 2.
Yeah, Terra was like one of the most powerful characters early on, and I know a lot of people have been talking about bringing Terra, but it would be great to see some variety. That's the other thing, you can have duplicate characters.
Yeah, you can have
Yeah,
3 of the same character.
Exactly, but we're not going to see 3 Terra because I refuse to pick Terra for this. So the challenge is we're going to be rewarding all players in the game. So even if you're not able to jump into the quest, we're going to be rewarding all players with, let's see if I can remember this correctly, 4 power pieces. 5 armor tokens, and then 20 higher armor orbs guard orbs and power orbs. and that's for all players.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Can we just get 3 of the armor to offset the 2 we got back in April?
All right, look. For newer players, then they'll be offset by 2.
They'll be able to get 1.
This is some veteran banter right now. All right, so again, for the Final Fantasy VI characters, we're sorting by series right now. I'm going to bring my Sabine, actually, so I'm going to put him in the first slot. So again, if people are watching right now, I'm going to be hosting, so you're not going to host, and I'm not going to pick from our friends list. I'm doing free recruit. So just join as a guest, and you'll be able to join in for the co-op.
But if you do have friends who you play the game with together, you guys can arrange it and like...
exactly, yeah. So like here's my friends list. I can invite people to play with specifically, but I'm going to be doing free recruits. So these other 2 slots will hopefully be filled really quickly. There we go, all right. And so,
wow.
So they're still changing because it defaults to their first character. So I want to make sure he doesn't ready up. Okay, he's readying up with lightning. So,
but there is a Terra. But there is a Terra.
There's a Terra. I'm not counting myself. We are still at 50%. But just a reminder, we want to see Final Fantasy VI characters.
Do I count when I play Terra and
No, we're not counting ourselves.
Oh, dang it.
I tried.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my costume.
What if they're just doing it? What if they're just...
Right, they're showing off lightning because I couldn't. Okay. So we're going to jump right in and just start. And we're all using Ifrit because actually the first boss is weak to... Good luck.
All right, good luck with this team communication.
Exactly, we'll see. So you can communicate with, like by default, stickers.
Just yell at them the entire time.
Help, all right?
Do help. Okay, so Tara's doing that. And I don't even know how I should play Setzer in this, or I mean Sabine in this one, so I'm just going to...
Actually, could you talk a little bit about the individual characters and how their game mechanics work for
Yeah,
this?
I'll let the experts talk about them.
Well, which characters? Do you want the characters that we specifically
Let's go with Lightning. Yeah. We already talked about Terra.
Lightning?
Yeah.
Lightning's like the best character right now.
You take Lightning. I'm not a Lightning guy. I don't use her very much.
I didn't max her out either.
I don't use her. I have so many other people that are so powerful. Like you even powered up a Sabin, and Sabin is someone who I'm not a big fan of him.
Yeah.
I don't know why you pick characters I don't like to play.
I like the character, okay? I play for fun.
Well, I don't play
for glory.
Right?
I play for fun too. I just don't like him. I mean, he's got an AOE, so against a single target, that attack you just used, it's still really strong because he's really powerful.
Right. But Sabine's thing is like ghosts.
Yeah.
Like he likes punching ghosts. And that was actually like the joke.
He doesn't suplex them, but you know.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hopefully.
That's his version of the finishing touch.
Terra's
like
mechanics.
Blinking at the developers right now in code. Please add suplex. We don't care about being broken, I think.
No, so one actually, another pro tip, and this is pretty common when you get into the more hardcore multiplayer, is a lot of the vets will actually get broken on purpose.
Yeah.
Because they want to charge their summon gauge more quickly.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's something you still have to do carefully, but it's something that's worth investigating a little bit. It's not always the worst thing in the community's eyes to get broken.
Exactly. So yeah, as I mentioned, Sabine's thing, he's good against ghosts, and he also deals holy damage with the move. I haven't used that because I'm saving it for the next boss in this sequence because it's weak to holy damage.
Yeah. The next
How many
boss
waves is this
really good for.
This is 2 waves.
2 waves.
So the first one is the Chimera, and the Chimera actually has some mechanics that are kind of special. It was one of the first bosses, I think, that we introduced.
He was destroying people, so one of the big things is every time the Chimera takes a turn, a different one of his heads lights up.
Exactly.
And that each head has its own move set, so you can kind of predict what move is coming out. Also, one other little pro tip, right on the target list, you can see who they're targeting with the next skill, or everyone with all. And you can also see, and kind of use that to predict what kind of attack they're going to use.
And so now, you can actually see he could kill Terra on his next turn.
Yeah.
You
So
want to brave.
we're
He's going to come to the rescue.
Exactly. And also with the Chimera, as it reaches certain HP thresholds,
So it's powering up.
exactly, it's going to power up and use different buffs and stuff. There's some characters that can remove buffs or even steal buffs, like Balthier.
Yeah.
Balthier is actually really handy for this. Oh, it's my turn. I'll use Aura Cannon, why not?
One of my favorite things with Balthier is there's a variant on the Chimera that receives buffs permanently. So when Balthier steals those, he steals them permanently for the rest of the match. So it's really handy.
So that was our first one.
All right, now we got to take this seriously.
Here it goes.
Now, Sabin's going to do a lot of work. The Skull Dragon can get pretty annoying for a new player, but Sabin's going to do work here, I think.
I'm just breaking right now. I'll let myself get broken. Why not?
Well, the thing is,
Why
for the
not?
first 2 turns, the Skull Dragon actually can't use HP attacks unless they're lethal, I think.
And also, when it's broken, it can't use. Well, it can use HP attacks, but it'll deal 0 damage.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing if it happens.
You do have to be careful, though, because just like the players, sometimes the enemies have bravery plus HP, and they can use those when they're broken, depending on the boss itself. So memorizing what attack patterns the enemies use is pretty crucial to determining when you can take risks like Josh here.
Exactly. We've got people in the crowd here, like, pointing at, like, me. Should I summon now? Should I?
You do a triple.
Yeah?
Here's what you do in multiplayer. You get triple summons, kill it before it gets
Exactly.
another
Each character has their own summon gauge. Yes, they're egging me on to do it.
They want
So
it.
I'm going to be doing it, and so we're going to see what it does first. So it's going to. So the blessing, that's when before it's even summoned. As long as we're filling the conditions, so as long as we're max HP, we're going to be dealing 20 more damage. But when we activate it, it's going to deal 2,500. So it's actually going to break.
It's also going to change all your attacks to be fire elemental.
Exactly. Although this one's not weak to it.
Yeah.
But Aura Cannon, because that is holy damage,
Yeah.
I'm going to be dealing extra damage.
Do it.
Oh, I didn't max out. That was crit.
It's all right. You didn't overcap.
That is cool.
And they're
Lightning is putting
yeah,
in work. Lightning is carrying
doing a
us.
lot of damage.
Well, that's why you asked for a Final Fantasy VI character. It's like, no. Let me show you.
All right.
Trying to determine really if I want. I think I'm going to use Setzer.
Yeah, Setzer's actually good if we see the mechanic crushing fangs.
Yes, the Skull Dragon, the one thing that was pretty problematic when it was fresh to the game was that it has this attack that completely removes all your bravery, then breaks you, and then he's at max bravery and you have to kind of mitigate that with either certain skills that remove bravery quickly or prevent bravery gains.
Right.
So they're not going to see that.
They're not going to see it.
No way.
Like, again, this is one of the older co-op quests, so there are a lot more difficult quests now, especially the character event quests. So the character events come for a limited time, so like if there's a character that you see on my roster that's not available in the game yet, don't worry, they'll come back later, like permanently.
And when they come back with something called a Lost Chapter, which has even more challenging versions of the missions available.
Hey, I got a new high score. Hey, I did it. All right, so that was my game, and now we're gonna move on to Mr. Happy's game. So we're just gonna
Start taking
Don't worry.
Yeah, you do it. I'll let the expert do it here. He's been working with these. It's so quiet now.
I know it's so cool. So which has been your favorite boss so far?
Favorite boss.
That's tough. I say the Berserker armor always makes me really nervous because his big thing is that he berserks and you don't know what his attacks are going to be unless you dispel it, and one of them is particularly dangerous. I don't have a lot of great magic users other than my Terra, and he's immune to most, or not immune, but resistant to most other types.
Yeah.
So he always makes me a little nervous.
But you like him? You like the?
I like him because he makes me nervous.
I see.
Keeps me on my toes.
I like the Baltier event because it was really hard at the time. Because it was the first event that came out, and everybody was just like, triple Terra, let's do this.
And that was like two. What were they called? I call them Omega.
I call them Omega weapons.
They were like
two Omega weapons.
They're like booster weapon or something.
Yeah, booster machine.
Booster machine.
They were just frustrating, and I just enjoyed it.
I had an edge. I had edge in that, and he was good. I think he was affinity, but he also had lightning damage.
Lightning.
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember when that event came out because you and Broadway Sane were like posting YouTube videos left and right about strategy.
Yeah, it was difficult at the time.
Yeah.
I think I should probably change over because Terra, like you said, Terra. You know, just
We're gonna see
Terra's. I mean,
You got Setzer right there.
Yeah, but I need them in the first slot, don't I?
You can just.
Oh, I was trying to do that and it didn't go.
Oh no!
So
you both
there we go. I didn't hold it long
got it.
enough. There we go.
All right, so again, we're hosting, so just do a guest join, and we should see.
So let's see if Broadway and Tajima can join.
I know that
They're like eagerly standing outside, like pressing buttons.
Come on.
Yep. Bam. All right. So let's
Shinra and
see.
Nikki.
We got a Furion and a
Another lightning.
That's not Final Fantasy VI. I think the Furion might be changing because he isn't locked in yet, but.
Hey! So we're still in it for the rewards. Let's not do it for the next game too.
Well, we're gonna hope.
I prepared a Final Fantasy VI character at least, so we've got.
But she was bringing a Chocobo, it looked like.
Yeah, so
They charge up way fast.
12.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So different summons charge up at different speeds.
Yeah, so that's one of the big things. You'll find that the community very regularly likes using Chocobo and Sylph because they charge very quickly. So even though you may get a better passive effect from some of the other ones, you may get more turns.
Right.
It's not always an automatic answer to just bring your strongest summon. It's worth trying to look at those more beginner-looking summons because they do have a lot of strength.
And it depends on the fight too, because this one is like a two-wave fight. So getting a quick summon may actually work against you. Yeah, because like the passive effect from Ifrit is more long-lasting than Sylph's. Yeah, about getting lower debuff rate.
It can be frustrating against the dragon if he manages to land any HP. If you take any HP damage, all of a sudden you feel real bad using Freeze and whatnot. All right, who's the target? I'm the target. You know what? I will avoid getting broke.
Yeah.
I will
break him instead.
I'll let them, because they got max. I'll let them go. See, look, they're already at like 45% charge with theirs, and mine's barely like a fourth of the way.
Right.
So that's a pretty substantial difference.
Yeah.
He's gonna actually hit everybody. Now I'm gonna take the chance. This is when you did it. So
Exactly, yeah.
it's been a really long time since I've done these.
Especially because he's still only at like, what, 75% or so?
Yeah.
That lightning's gonna hit very hard.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a big deal. When he gets lower on health and he starts getting blessings, he'll start to enhance those attacks. I see some smiles.
Oh, we're just reading a Twitch chat.
Yeah. They're like, no, not there. Oh, we lost someone.
Someone quit.
Oh no!
All right, well,
quit.
I don't use
Who did we
lightning.
lose? We lost lightning.
So they mess up the percentage and then they leave. I actually think they just disconnected. Because,
They probably just disconnected, yeah.
All right, so
now you're in control.
I don't even know what I'm reaching. Guess I'll just do
Now you can
that.
learn how to use it.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not very.
You get to use a very
That's
powerful
really
lightning.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess this up. There's only a couple hundred people watching us right
No,
now.
that's fine.
All right.
I'm missing a decimal.
Don't mess this up. I don't even really know how to use Setzer accurately in this fight. Terra,
I
I
think
know.
Setzer, because Free Solid only has 2 uses.
Yeah.
So knowing bosses
Summon
that can,
ready right now too, but
you do, but yeah.
I'm saving that for
Yeah.
the Skull Dragon.
Yeah. So yeah, with Free Solid, because it prevents the enemy's bravery from going up,
Yeah.
you want to use it when you know the boss has a skill that will drastically increase its bravery, like the Skull Dragon,
Yeah,
if we see it.
Yeah, the Skull Dragon is pretty much the prime example of that. I'm not going to take any HP. Might take a small one. Yeah, 109. So that's another pretty common strategy, is to take like small HP.
Exactly.
attacks.
If you can try not breaking, it actually works for you.
There you go.
And
Oh,
you got
you got a launch mechanic.
Yeah. So with launch mechanics, you know, we mentioned finishing touch doing it earlier, but naturally as you hit an enemy, with every individual attack you land, they start pushing towards eventually getting a wall rush, and then well, you can just unleash it. So.
Exactly.
Is there like a percentage indicator for that?
No.
Okay.
It's sort of a hidden.
Could be hidden area now too.
Yeah, I think it's like I think the value is like every hit is 2 towards whatever the counter is, and then if you don't hit him for a turn, it goes up.
There's some numbers
Yeah.
behind the scenes, yeah.
It's pretty fancy.
Ooh.
Nobody's going to get it. Oh, we actually got
Yeah,
that's fine.
What a bit.
Although,
Someone's about to get.
No.
but you have enough turns
Look at all these turns.
lower its bravery, yeah.
Look at this aura cannon. I'm not messing around.
Bam.
My sibling's better.
Wow. Way to throw that out there. All right, since I'm not too familiar, 3-hit melee, bravery, HP attack, striker buff. Yeah, look at that.
Those
I figure I'll
tooltips
get the
are great
buff.
for you.
Yeah, exactly, because I'm very unfamiliar with that. I'm going through my uses now. The good thing with Setzer is when he runs out of ability uses, he gets stronger. His basic attacks get a lot stronger. So I keep forgetting that every time I keep forgetting that I'm lightning. And then it's targeting me, so I'm like, not do that this time.
So we're going to have time for one more co-op after this with Lineage's account. So just a reminder, Final Fantasy VI characters.
Yes.
Yeah, because if
We're on the
Terra.
line.
We're
We're
on
exactly
the
at 50% right
Triple
now.
Terra.
I'm going to go with this choke.
I think we're good with lightning for now.
Just to try and get through this first part, because once we get to the Skull Dragon, we should be able to burn through it pretty quick.
For now. Of course, for now.
Trying to save some ability uses. This is the one thing I don't like about Setzer, is if fight drags on too long, he has very few ability uses in his kit. So you have to kind of get the job done, you got to get it done fast. I think another aura cannon is probably good.
Blessing.
Yeah, he's probably going to use...
Oh, he healed.
Nah, it's not a big deal.
Not bad.
Doesn't have any health left, so wrap that up.
Done.
All right, Skull Dragon, we
triple summons,
burn
done.
through, especially with a Sabin.
Yeah.
Sabin will go through.
So
this
you know what?
water.
Here, because we are running a little low on time, we're gonna let Living Ichi take it.
All right, take it
because
over.
he is the lightning expert.
All right, let's go.
You know what?
Let's
That
do
keeps us
this.
at 50%.
Right.
All right, go for it.
Just gonna mess around a little bit.
So tell us, like, what's the mindset with playing as
Well,
lightning?
with lightning, I just
Go.
how I play every character is I just kind of just want to do it as fast as I can. Really.
Because with her, it's about, like, with Squall, because I kind of think they're kind of similar. But with Squall, you want to start with low bravery before using the skills.
Yeah, so there's a stat in the game called int bravery, which stands for initial bravery, and it's how much bravery you'll have after executing an attack, and then, or after being broken, and then.
And also, you're starting bravery at the start of each wave.
Yeah, you'll start with that bravery at the beginning of each wave, and then it's also a value you'll return to if you're ever broken after a few turns. And with him, if you are below that value, then his attacks get enhanced. So he builds bravery very quickly, and his attacks are far more useful when you use them at low bravery.
Exactly. But with lightning, her mechanic is actually, she has two different stances that she switches between.
Yeah.
You can actually hover over them between the two.
Bam. Oh, wait, that's gonna be.
It's not you this time.
You see that glowing symbol, and you're like,
That's awesome.
I've
I'm
done
just
that.
quick.
I've done that. I've done that where it's not my turn. And I'm like,
This one's
and then
me.
you try to very quickly get to the sticker that says summon now. And
I know.
you're like, please, wait, don't go yet.
Oh.
I'm surprised
I
there's
keep forgetting I'm
not a
lightning,
lot of
too.
stickers in this co-op. Maybe we should do something about that.
Son of a submarine.
I say submariner.
Submarine. I don't think that's how it is.
You know what?
I don't think that's what it says.
English.
There we go.
Listen, there's only so many times I can hear Kupo in one mission.
I'll spam it now.
Kupo. Oh no.
At least it's subtle in the background.
Are we all allowed to spell uses?
I was wasting them.
Oh no, we
I'm just
still
showing
got.
We went
Do we
quiet
have
enough
any
for that
Kefka
one.
ones?
Yeah, so the Kefka ones were for a limited time event in April, but the stickers are still available.
Yeah, remember
So-
that thing I said about the armor tokens? That was that event.
But if you're a new player,
you don't have to worry about that.
no. But if we give 3 out now,
Yeah, now they'll need
2, and it's just an endless cycle, just like the
Well,
Dissidia lore.
you
It's
did
an
this.
endless.
You did this to yourself.
Launch.
I'm not
pretty
responsible
quickly.
for this.
So on the bright side, because we're ending at this battle, that means we did meet the goal for 50% usage of Final Fantasy
There you
VI
go.
characters. So that means everyone's going to be getting the
Bam,
rewards
victory.
sometime later this month. I think it's like next week or so that we're going to send them out. But yeah. So nice job. Very good. And now the sticker spam. Happy
Good job
Hunting.
with
That
the
was
stickers.
from Easter, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next we're actually, instead of doing the next co-op, we're going to be looking at a video message from the producer, Fujiwara-san. So about a few weeks ago, we gathered questions from the community, like what questions would you like to ask the development team or the project team? And Mr. Fujiwara chose actually the most popular questions there, and he'd like to answer those in a special video message.
Awesome.
So we're going to take a look at that right now, so please take a look.
Everyone, thank you for playing DISSIDIA Final Fantasy Opera Omnia。プロデューサーの藤原です。皆さん、DISSIDIA Final Fantasy Opera Omnia を楽しんでいただいておりますでしょうか。先日グローバル版も200万ユーザーを突破いたしまして、これからますます盛り上がっていくところなんですけれども、今回 E3 で生放送があるということで、コミュニティに皆さんからいろんな質問をいただいております。その中から、特に質問の多かった項目に対してこれから答えていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
N 版のスケジュールは日本版に追いつきますか、もしくはずっと1年間離れていますかという質問です。
スケジュールに関してはもちろん追いつきます。今日本版と比べて海外版の方もキャラクターのスケジュールを早めたりもしておりますし、あと8月の末頃にはコスチュームの着せ替え機能もつく予定です。また、キャラクターの覚醒解放ですね、60レベル解放に関しても日本版では1年かかりましたけれども、グローバル版に関しては年内には実装したいと思っております。
次に実装するキャラをユーザーが投票で決めることは可能でしょうかという質問が来ています。
これは面白そうなのでぜひやってみたいですね。コミュニティでこちらからある程度キャラクターの ラインナップは出すんですけれども、その中から次にまたその次にっていう形で、どういうキャラクターを先に出してほしいかっていうのはやれると思いますので、こちらはコミュニティチームとまた開発の方と相談してちょっと実施を考えていきたいと思っております。
サッツのような戦闘力が低くてあまり使われていないキャラクターが今後のイベントや更新で強化されたりする予定はありますでしょうかという質問です。
はい、もちろんあります。今戦闘力が低いキャラクターっていうのは、基本的にそのストーリーの最初の方に仲間になったキャラクターとか、そういうキャラクターに関してはやはりその時のバランスに合わせてあるっていうこともあるんですけれども、今後そのレベルキャップの解放だったりとか、新しい武器が登場したりしたタイミングではまたアビリティの性能も見直したりされますので、その時にはその戦闘力が低いキャラクターがいたとしても、その時のトレンドに合った戦闘力にまた上げられるという形をとっておりますので、どんなキャラクターでも使いやすくなると思います。
コンセプトデザインのプロセスを知りたいです。キャラクターのアビリティなどを決めるのにどんなステップがありますでしょうか。一番デザインを決めにくいキャラクターはどれでしたかという質問ですね。
はい、まずキャラクターのアビリティの決め方なんですけれども、そのキャラクターのコンセプトを先に決めるわけですよ。その原作で例えばこういうアビリティを使っていたっていうキャラがいれば、そのアビリティに沿った方向性で考えたりもしますし、サポートキャラクターが欲しいよねっていう時だったりとかすると、このキャラクターはサポート寄りなのでそっちでちょっと考えてみましょうみたいな方向で決めたりもします。なので、まず原作にあるアビリティがそのキャラクターの方向性に合うようであればそのまま輸入してきますし、そこに新しいアビリティが必要だねっていうふうに判断がされればオリジナルのアビリティが付け加えたりもされます。そして、キャラクターのデザインとして一番難しかったっていうところになると、原作でさまざまな能力を使えてしまうキャラクターっていうのは結構どの能力を使うかっていうところに悩んだりはします。例えばFF5 のキャラクターだったりとかはどのジョブにもなれますし、どんな武器でも持てるので、じゃあその中からどのジョブをベースにしたコンセプトにするか、どんな武器を持たせるか、そういうようなことで結構悩むところはありました。
最後の質問です。
はい、
モブは30スパイだったりするのでしょうか。
これに関してはもうストーリーの追加をお楽しみにということを言うほかないんですが、ただそのストーリーを全て終わったところでも、覚えておいてほしいんですけど、モーグリは決して悪いやつではないので、もしそこまでで変な先入観を持ったとしてもそこはもう払拭してあげてください。モグはいいやつです。根は。はい、そういうわけで、今回時間の都合もございますので、いただいた質問に関してはここまでになるんですけれども、6月にディズニーファイナルファンタジー NT の方でロックが参戦ということで、それを記念してこの E3 が終わった後ですね、オペラオムニアの方でもロックのスタンプが使えるように実装いたしますので、ここからもますます盛り上がっていくディズニーファイナルファンタジーオペラオムニアをどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。Thank you.
Well, that was quite a dev Q&A.
It was, yeah, definitely. Thank you, Fujiwara-san and the project team for answering those questions. But I was seeing a lot of shaking heads for that last question, both outside and in the booth.
Listen, even if he just said no, I wouldn't have believed him. So I don't trust Moogle.
You still don't trust him?
I don't trust him.
Exactly. So again, thank you, Fujiwara, for those answers. And we're just going to look at some upcoming content real quickly, and then we'll wrap this up. So again, as mentioned, we're going to be getting the lock stickers at the end of later this month. This will be usable in co-op quests, and you can just obtain them through the in-game currency. You don't have to pay for them or anything.
So can we have Mike kind of do the VO for those stickers?
I don't know. Because Locke didn't have a voice, so that's tough. No, you're not joking though. You want to see if I'll do it.
Yeah.
Is the thing. No. Give me.
Okay. So yeah, we'll have these 3 stickers you see on the top right. I know that people who use Prish, like stealing turns, are going to use, I like the term treasure hunter. Because they're not thieves, they're treasure hunters. They want those turns. And then again, as mentioned, we're going to be getting character costumes starting from the end of August with Vaughn's Skyward Pirate outfit, Yuna's X2 outfit, and also Ramza's Mercenary outfit. Those are going to be coming starting at the end of August.
Very cool.
We'll also do community challenge events similar to the Kefka event, where we're going to be looking at the community's efforts in game, like total number of scores of everyone, and then we'll reward all players. We're going to be doing more of those again kind of soon.
That will last one very well.
Exactly.
That was awesome. I woke up and I just had everything.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And then of course we're going to be getting quality of life and changes to improve the UI, improving like upgrading materials and such like that.
Awesome.
Yep. And so with that, we're going to be drawing this stream to a close. Again, thank you all for joining, and I hope to see you again in Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. All right,
Bye, guys.
see you guys.
Take care.